ఇప్పుడు చూడు.
So for today's agenda, we'll be starting off with Dr. Gulam Chaudhary's Record Address, and starting off, we'll be going through the quiz presentations, which will be 5 teams, and then we'll move on to the jam. And later on, we'll have a quiz in which you have 3 chances to get a prize. Also, in the end, we'll have the award ceremony, and we'll move on with the evening snacks and dinner. So for presentation part, we have quiz and jam. We have aligned your PPTs, and also we have made a playlist for videos that we are going to play. So please make sure you have be in one time, because there will be time that we will be showing you. So and you just have to be ready with your sequence that I have already shared with you. Also, for the quiz, we need to have the QR code that you need to scan. So make sure in your phones you have your application which is already installed, so that you can just make it fast, because it is first come first serve basis. And please make sure that everyone is quiet so that you can just listen to the videos and other presentations.
Hackathon, Spring Hackathon, which is conducted by Dr. Lee. I'm sorry I could not make it physically anyway in this last day out there. We have conflict, but I'm always excited to hear and see this activity. There are a lot of benefits actually that making the student face challenges during the class. It makes the student learn a lot of soft skills, help them to work in a team, and also challenge themselves to solve the problem like this, solve the project within a limited time. And this will keep the memory among the students for the long time. And I'm very thankful also for the industry. They always support us, and they see that the power of the students actually work. And when they go to industry for jobs, that give them more confidence that they have achieved by the site grades. So. Very much appreciate that, all the teams, all the industry involved, and with that, I would say that I have a lot of appreciation for all the students.
Hello, we are team troublemakers. Now let us
moving on, we would like to thank our sponsors. Because of them, this event is happening every semester. Because of the sponsorship they are providing, because of the use case they are providing, and also being our events that we are popping up every day and day. So we'll move on with the sponsors, those who have sponsored us and participated with the use cases, also helped us in judging. From Instagram Drop, we had Reshma, we had Vijay, Malathi, Steve. Can we have a round of applause, please? From Adobe, we had Raghu. He was like a UMKC alumni. From Server, we had Shahzad. From DSC, we had Ashley, Katie, and Eric. From Sprint, we have Prashant and Lema. And virtually, we had sponsored from Wrigley. He is in India right now. Asarish. From Win Solutions, we had Tim and Norman. From Udal, we have Raj and Arun. From Mayo Clinic, we had Faishan. We also had Pradyumna from Genuine Parts Company. And also we had sponsor organizers and Dr. Lee for taking all the to make this event a big event and make it big for UMKC every year and every semester. So we'll move on to the pitch presentations. The first one will be the content-driven news feed by troublemakers. Can you please have them on stage? For timing, you have to be sure like you have been taking those times. And
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, student fraternity from UMKC and industry personality, and this is three troublemakers. We are standing before you to present our application Editor++. It is given by Big B actually. Let me go into, before going into the presentation, let me put a quote. Knowledge is of no value which is not put into reality. Our application would answer your questions to put your practices in reality. How? I'll let you know in our application. Our application Editor++ mainly focuses in providing user and encouraging the user in saving the notes about the data that a person is interested to learn. For suppose if we are in classroom, we are interested in our technology, we want to learn it, we'll save it that in the form of notes in our application, and you can get the interested news for that. I would not go into a deep of application overview because you'll be watching that in our YouTube video. We have provided an interface for user to log in the application for authentication. We have done authentication purpose by using file-based database. Once the user signs up into the application, in the application, he will be getting a confirmation mail to his mail. On confirmation, his details will be added into the file-based database. And again, when he's trying to access from the access application, after validation, he will be getting access to the application. Initially, when user can save the notes. What happens in our application is, user can save the notes. We have used text analysis API called Alien. It's not developed by aliens, it's developed by humans only. We have used Alien text analysis API. What this news API does is, it takes the content from the notes, it retrieves all the keywords, it throws the data onto Guardian News API. Guardian News API uses our keywords and it fetches the important technological advancements having in current in the industry. For suppose I'm searching for Android, Guardian News API, what it does it goes to the technological advancements what are happening today, day to day. For us to be in this competitive world, we need to be updated up to every day. We need to be well equipped to get to grab the chance, like we have grabbed right now. Keywords are fed up. I have already said that keywords are actually fed up onto that, and all the required newsfeed taken. Actually, what is the future scope of this application? What is the future scope of this application? We aren't able to implement due to the time constraint, some of them, even due to the copyright issues also. As we have used only Guardian News API, we are able to only fetch news, only the technological advancements like news articles, etc. If we have access to IEEE papers, etc., IEEE research papers also, all these keywords that have been grabbed by the text analysis API can be pushed onto them and we can get the required results more accurately. Because when we go through research papers, we'll be able to get good knowledge. We are also interested to add some notifications. Like if we have some resources, like we can add some text notifications, some in-app notifications, email notifications. If we want to use text notifications, we need some text servers. We don't have access to the servers, so we weren't able to impart them. In the future, if we have good scope, we will want to impart them also. Another thing is bookmarking the content also. We want to, like offline loading, we want to provide that also, but we weren't able to do the time constraint. In the future, if we get a good scope, we want to do that. I would wind up this one before going to the video by saying a single quote: invest a lot in knowledge, it would return a lot of interest to you. It would not only return interest in the form of money, interest in the form of knowledge, interest in the form of life. Thank you. Let's go into the video demo.
Let's get inside into hello, we are team troublemakers. Now let us get inside into our application editor ++. You can see the launch page of our application. There are two options, sign in and sign up. If you are a new user, you can click on sign in and you can enter the credentials and sign in. As we have already created an account, now I am entering my credentials. We have authenticated by using file-based database. You can see two options on the screen: create new notes and edit old notes. If you want to create a new notes, you can click on create new notes. If you have already created a notes and you want to edit it, you can click on edit old notes. Now I want to create a new notes. I'm clicking on it. It's prompting me to enter a title for that. For example, I'm entering a title like Apple and clicking next, and I want to enter a title data like Android is better than Apple. Now I'm clicking on save in it. We have used Alien Text Analysis API for analyzing the data in our notes. Our application uses Garden News API to fetch the corresponding trending news articles related to the text written in our notes. Now I'm clicking on the go that is prompted on our screen. Now you can see various news articles being loaded based on our search results. For suppose I want to click on I want to open an article like Android 7.0 Nugget. We have embedded an in-app browser which will be able to help us to view the article on the screen itself. You can see the news article loaded. Our application helps us to be updated, to date, based on the latest technological advancements to enhance our technical skills. That's all. Thank you.
How do you differentiate this from an RSP aggregator?
We have actually used that, there are many other text analysis APIs, but why we have only used this aggregator or this tool, it's allowing me to get some good keywords from the text I have thrown on the notes. This is enhancing me to get on my path, because I'm a student, so I might not be interested to go on searching afterwards. But if I'm always pushed from back, I'll be doing the work. So I thought of
The Garden API which we are using, it's different from other APIs. Other APIs will be searching for it will be giving the updates based on current, it will take the current news and give the updates. Here, the Garden API it takes the keywords and gives the results. So that is why we have matched up both the Garden API and the text analysis.
And this Guardian API is also more geared up to
Manager. We thank Adobe and UMKC for giving us this opportunity to explore and present our work today. Well, our application, let me just explain you that with an example first. Once when students are admitted into a university and they get enrolled into semesters, each student has to maintain a couple of documents, like be it an admission document, be it a scholarship, etc. So it can be very tiring to manually enter every data and keep it new for every student all the time. So automating or generating documents automatically can make it easier, can save a lot of time, and also resolve many errors that humans can generally conduct by doing it manually.
Now let's discuss about the architecture that we have followed. The front end we have developed in JSPs and we're using the struct stacks. And for the middle tier we are using struct2 framework, and we are connected to Mongo Lab to retrieve the data and store the data. And we have used Dropbox for storing the templates and the generated documents. And the whole application is deployed in the AWS web service, that is the Elastic Bean Stack. And the reason why we have chosen struct2 is that no need of creating the controller. It creates a controller for us as well as it is session aware and response and request aware also. And it is not singleton. Like for each and every user, we will be having a separate flow. And we have used Mongo Lab because it is a NoSQL database and there are no separate connections for that. So many users can use it without any connection problems. And Dropbox we have used because that we have so much of large documents, and in order to retrieve and store it, it is very reliable and very fast service. The next slide is.
So I'll take you through the application. So initially for our application we have a requirement, we have a basic requirement, so we need to have the user details in the database. So once we have the user details, we can use our application to generate documents automatically. So in the first, we have 3 steps to generate these documents. So in the first step, admin will be given an option to upload the template. The template will have the keywords. In the next step, once the admin uploads the template, we will be reading the template, getting the keywords from the template, and displaying it in the second step. And we will also be mapping them to the database, the fields in the user table. So here the admin will be given an option to view the mapping. If he wants to edit it, he can edit it or delete it. And once he's fine with the configuration, he can go ahead and generate the documents. So once he generates the documents, we'll be uploading all the generated documents in the Dropbox. And we can also view those documents in our application in this way. And apart from this, we are also trying to maintain the versions of the documents uploaded. So this is our application. We'll take you to the demo.
Welcome to Exceed. Exceed lets you automate documents in few steps. This is a sample template that should be automated to all the users. There are 2 types of users, existing and new users. A database table is configured for all user details. After admin logs in, the first step is to welcome to Exceed. Exceed lets you automate documents in few steps. This is a sample template that should be automated to all the users. There are 2 types of users, existing and new users. A database table is configured for all user details. After admin logs in, the first step is to either upload the template or you can choose from any of the uploaded templates. Now let us upload the template. The next step is to map the keywords in the template to the user database table columns. Automatically, the keywords are listed down, and if the keywords are same as the database columns, then these will be selected. Admin can either edit or delete if required. The final step is to click on the generate button. After the generation, this will generate the documents for all the users and store in the cloud. Here, the admin can view or download the templates and generated documents. This is one of the generated documents. If there is any new user, then he can update his details here in this link and he can submit. Thank you.
Sorry for the inconvenience caused during the video. We're open for any questions.
This short video, I will show the main functions of our Sky Defender web.
So, what do you guys add or maybe add into keywords? So if I have like new keyword that I'm going to add into,
Yeah, that will be added in the database when we're fetching it. So you'll have to give us the keywords in the square braces. So we'll be detecting them as the keyword.
Like here is, they are seen in the template we have for the keywords in the angular basis. Whatever our keywords that are desired, they will be given in an angular basis to the type of. Like if there is any change in the version also, then you will create a document and that one will be uploaded so that we can fetch those keywords again and store it in the database. And we will use those. Generally, we will not adding the keywords and we will be changing the document and all. So that the template should be in sync with the keywords.
Basically, the Dropbox belongs to you or the user or the
It's the applications, it's ours, and it's the university, basically, for example.
Because initially we have logged in as admin, so we kept the log of that.
generally the use Dropbox.
Like our application contains large files, like sites regarding the site. So we have seen an advantage like the Dropbox provides us a faster access to the files, like viewing the file as well as the storing it in the database, like whatever the SDK they have given us.
Is recovery built into the process so that we can process? So do you have resiliency in your network to where it fails in the process of uploading your
Is Sky Defenders. So all the teams, please make sure there is a time limit and your points will be deducted if you exceed it. So we have Vijay here, so please make sure that you are going to the particular time and you are not exceeding, so please make sure.
We are the Sky Defenders. We are presenting our project of the waste container analysis. In this project, we attempt to generate the optimal route for truck drivers picking up waste in Kansas City. We built up a multi-platform system which includes a webmaster for administrators and a mobile terminal for truck drivers. So both of the terminals subscribe a web cloud master in order for instant message exchange. So the administrator manages the truck drivers and the both terminals functions separately in the pickup drop. The algorithm of how to find the optimal route for truck drivers pick up drop is the main engine in this project. Okay. The theoretical model is in a complete route, try to find a shortest Hamiltonian path from the source to destination. Theoretically, it is a hard problem. Our approximation method is the deadline guaranteed nearest neighbor algorithm in Euclidean space. So in each iteration in our algorithm, we check for the shortest edge and move to the next node. If a special request is added to the current route, we compare the weight and the deadline for the current route path and with the added edge to determine the new where to add the new node. Our algorithm is not bounded for non-Euclidean space, but it is bounded for Euclidean space constantly. The constant of approximation is 2 because our algorithm is no worse than the double of the minimum spanning tree. Also, in practical, our system has several amazing features. First, we implemented an instant chatting application in our system in order for the instant messaging seamlessly between the administrator and the drivers. Also, we have Google Map built in order for us to track and check our work in progress. And finally, definitely the webmaster has a stronger computation power. Therefore, on the terminal, it only takes the decision calculated by the master and not often makes decisions itself. In conclusion, our system has a lightweight application in the terminal end and a strong computational supporting master. Now it's a video time.
With container pickup system. So our system has two parts. One is the webmaster, which is a web application for administrators on the left side of the screen, and we have another Android terminal, which is on the right side of the screen. When another administrator logged in, he can see all the waste containers. We have 120 waste containers in the Kansas City area on the Google Map. And it has been regionalized into region 1 to region 8. And he can also see the list of truck drivers. He can add, delete, or check with the truck drivers. He can also track the current location of the truck drivers, and also he can see the waste boxes on each region. And then when he assigns the jobs, okay, you can see that on the terminal side, there's already a job list here, but I can assign a special job like this, like give a waste number of number like number 5, and give an ID like 67, and the job receiver, and if there's a deadline, I can tag a deadline, and we click assign a job. I can see job successfully assigned. And then on the terminal side, if you look at it, you can see the number 67 is added to the second place of the route. So now let's come to the terminal side. And when click the blue button, it will show the next location of the driver should go to and the route. And then when he finished that, just click the yellow button, the job finished. Now, if you check this again, you can see the next one, okay, and so on. And also, we have a simple chatting application built in. So just click chat, and I can, as the boss, I can chat with our terminal side. And that is our simple application of the waste pickup Sky Defender. Thank you.
We use the deadline guarantee method, which means if the driver can finish the job by the deadline, we can assign the job. So that's our main method. Deadline.
How about you guys collaborate?
Okay, so how we collaborated. So we have three experts and one student here in our team. And my work is to build up the shell of the web application And Dr. Xia, she is working on the mobile part. Okay. And this is Chen. He's working for the working on the algorithm. And Yu Long, he is working for the for all the Google Map related stuff. So that's how we collaborate. Yes.
How do you assign the weight to the actual distance or between lat long, or you actually calculate the Google Map distance or just the lat long?
So in the page, actually, our data is real-time data. Every time when we click assign job, you will see we collect the data from Google distance matrix and to see the job for the each region. But for the waste boxes in each region, how we just manually assign regions, make regions based on the observation of the location. This one?
Yeah, before this, did you actually bring the slide?
I bring this one.
And how are you verifying the driver when you add user?
Well, say it again.
How are you verifying the driver when you add user?
Okay. When I add a special request on the terminal side, the driver will automatically receive that. Yeah. Yeah, you can check the next station, you can check the working progress and it will be updated.
What is that past the
Yeah, that's when I add when I assign a special request, the driver will receive it.
Last one question. The calculating the distance between two nodes using this graph checking, who coded that part? Did you guys code it from scratch, or you guys have some library?
So first, this algorithm is not very hard to think about. Just always choose the nearest neighbor to move to the next, to move forward. But I think I create this part. I discovered that this is fully work for the use linear space. Because for non-use linear space, if you can see that the red lines are minimum spanning tree. So the optimal path will be S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, STS. That's the optimal one. So but in our algorithm, it will be path go this way and it's not bounded. But if it's use linear space, which means the triangular inequality holds in use linear space. So in this case, the extreme case will be 4, 4, and 8. So that means all the nodes are on the line. So that's the extreme case. So we can conclude that this algorithm is bound by 2 times the optimal solution. That this is polynomial and constant bound.
Can we have the next speaker, robots?
Alright, so we are two robots. We chose to take on the automotive incident use case about doing data protection in an email type system. So I'm not going to read problem statements, I only have 3 minutes to talk, but our goal, we really had 3 objectives we wanted to achieve. We wanted to do NLP detection in as near to true email client system as we could, rather than create one from scratch. That feels like kind of wasted effort. We wanted to identify an appropriate NLP approach for data identification. So probably the biggest unknown for us in this project was what approaches exist. Obviously, we're not going to have time to write a true data parser in 2 days, so we wanted to see who's done what can we adapt most effectively, and we wanted to develop this robust REST infrastructure to support the system. So the approach we ended up settling on is an engine called Natty. We looked at several Java approaches, we looked at some Python approaches. We ended up picking this one because it gave kind of the most predictable results, was the easiest to adapt. It uses an abstract syntax tree based off the Antler OpenAPI, which is really just a grammar parser. You just feed it grammar and it understands how to break down tokens. So what the Natty engine does is it takes the sentence, it has different parsers in there to detect formal dates, so something like 23/24/17 or today or February 24th, and then different criteria for how to identify these tokens. And then it begins to expand the sentence out to look for context, looking for keywords like on or after or before. So we kind of really liked how accurate that guide would be. It still has some limitations, so we can't detect time ranges, which would be kind of common for appointments. Like, I'd like to come meet with you tomorrow from 9 to 10. It can't support that. And I don't think we found any that actually could handle that type of detection. And its time inference is really strict. So if I said tomorrow, it's going to interpret tomorrow means exactly 24 hours from now. What we did is we tried to kind of smooth out some of those detections. So we didn't try to round the nearest half hour. Meetings don't make sense to be booked at 11:17. It makes sense to be booked at 11 o'clock. So we added some smoothing on top of what we got. So just as a highlight of our system, we use Mongo as a storage engine. We wrote REST service using Java and Spring. We implemented the Snappy approach in Java. And our UI group with ASP.NET, and we use OAuth to access Raj's email account in particular. But we use OAuth to authenticate to a real email address. So emails that we're parsing are coming from his email account, they're not the fakes. So, that's good.
So Amy loves to buy new 27 Honda Civic. She hasn't had a set on record for a really long time. So she decided to send an email to the sales guy for Auto Honda saying that she wants to make an appointment to look at the car. So she writes, I would like to check out the bright 2017 Honda Civic. Today after tomorrow at 5 p.m. That doesn't work, I can come by next Monday at 5. Then she sent out this email. So on the other side of the garage, the sales guy entered Honda as he's looking for opportunities to sell. He uses some smart NLP-based robot email application to see if any leads are coming in. So he logs into his robot using his email credentials. Then he will go into his inbox and see if Amy's email is in the list. And then you can see that it's on the first one. So he clicks on the details and he will be transferred to the email detail page. So this is when the magic happens. The email that Amy sent is automatically sent to the Robot NLP engine, which in turn parses a message, looks for a meeting request, and returns with a new process message. The process message now has links to the 2 events identified. Then broadcasts out the book media opportunities by clicking out the links. The robot automatically populates meeting days and time depending on the option you chooses. You will also pick up any name from the database by matching the email address. Speaking of the sales guy, Raj takes the next opportunity to bring Amy to the dealership, and all Raj has to do now is to hit the submit to schedule a meeting.
Hello, this is the demonstration for
How did it confirm the name? How did the name? Only have the email address. Where did it find the name?
So for users in the system like Raj, they have a profile already set up, so it's pulling that information from our database. We kind of cheated a little bit and added Amy to the database as well, so it knows her name, but generically speaking, you pull that from an email header. There's lots of ways to get the name from an email tag. If we had a little more time, we could make it a little fancier, but the constraints we had, ideally, we want it to sit inside one. I mean, being able to access emails is pretty straightforward with OAuth or other authentication techniques. Being able to swap the viewer components is a little trickier. So Gmail can do it because they write their own app. And it doesn't work in a normal viewer, but it works when you use their tools. So in theory, you need some sort of custom tooling to it, but I don't think that part is terribly challenging. It's just easy.
Or maybe like if we can track the inactive version of the email.
Can we have the last team for Edge Tigers? Hello everyone, this is Bilal from Team Tigers. So I'll start with, let's imagine that you are typing on web-based text editor, and while you're typing, all the related information, references, links, they are shown at the same page related to the content, dynamically updated as you continue typing the content. So let's this is the approach we use for this content-driven newsfeed application. Firstly, we have the editor text that we actually pass to the text tracer web service that returns the relevant topics that are in the content right now. And once we have all the topics, we pass those topics as query parameters to all to 4 of the basic, the most famous, renowned knowledge sources: Wikipedia, YouTube, Google, and Bing. And we basically scrap to the HTML content of all these knowledge sources, and we extract the basic articles from all these knowledge sources based on their query matching. Next, we parse the HTML documents returned by all of these knowledge sources and extract the relevant information based on the URLs, the descriptions, the images that we feel necessary. And after successfully parsing all the articles, we rank those articles based on the cosine similarity algorithm. So all these articles are ranked based on the combination of topics and the similarity score returned by this ranking algorithm. And at the end, we save all the shortlisted articles, the highly relevant articles, in the Firebase database. Following that, the event observers at in our client application, they subscribe to the event generated following the database updates. This is the overall architecture. Our client application is connected to the middleware that does all the web services, and it's communicating with Firebase to sending and receiving data and updates from this database. And this stack web services contain all the local and public APIs and web services integrated in a single window. So let's move on to the video.
Hello, this is the demonstration for content-driven newsfeed application. In this, we have built an online web-based text editor. The most important aspect of this is that when the content in the text editor is changed, the relevant newsfeed from giant knowledge sources start popping up asynchronously. The heart of the system is our middleware that hosts 7 public and local web services. It's implemented in Node-RED Flow-based programming tool. It provides quick and seamless integration with public as well as local web services. So let me give you a quick demonstration for our application. So for this, I'm gonna use some sample text from online knowledge source and see how our project performs. So as a sample text, I'm trying to copy this football related text into my text editor, and let's see how does it perform. So as you can see, the links are started to come asynchronously from the knowledge sources, and they are being ranked at runtime all related to football. And also our Node.js based middleware is like busy requesting to knowledge sources. And also the Firebase, it's being updated dynamically and it's being tightly tied to our view. As you can see, the new items are being inserted. So the results are coming asynchronously. So that's it. And this is a proud presentation from Team Tigers. Hope you liked it. Thank you.
How do they come up with these fantastic lyrics? I'll bet they use a tool called Lyricist, and you can too. Lyricist helps you find words that rhyme to enhance your creativity. Put your song.
Yeah, we can actually add on countless sources. Like we have used a generic approach, like scrapping web content from the knowledge sources. We are requesting those sources and getting the request with our own custom parsers and extracting information based on those parsers and then putting in our ranking it using our own algorithm, using the not own algorithm, the cosine similarity algorithm, using the combination of all the topics and then calculating the similarity score and sorting the results and cutting down the top 5 from all the sources. Yeah, so if in the next iteration, any more relevant link comes, it will be shown in the top 5 and those ones which is brought up. Like whenever you actually switch to the next paragraph, we put it on the enter. When we just start typing, and when we press enter, all the content is just fed to the online middleware, and it does all the work for us, like asynchronous. Not exactly the time limit. Actually, we used cosine similarity algorithm in a reverse manner. So we catch the actual content timely, and when it feels like there is a content in the text editor and the cache content is not similar, it means that the content has changed much. So there is a need to fetch more information from the web. So then we run the algorithm. Because this is a costly process, but it's asynchronous. But this architecture is like sports concurrency. Like we host each of these web services on different machines, and we just access them using their URLs in an network. So it's basically highly scalable. You can just scale one service multiple times, put a load balancer, and then enhance the performance of the. Yeah, you can just copy anything from the, like, it's hard to type and record demonstrations. We just copy random text from Wikipedia, put it in, and it just, at runtime, it gets all the information from the web.
we are moving with the jam presentations. So we will have a 1-minute presentation and 1 minute of the demonstration, that is your video. And there should be like short questions, so there should be a lot of time. The next presenter is available. She is traveling right now, so we will be presenting a video.
How do they come up with these fantastic lyrics? I'll bet they use a tool called Lyricist. And you can too. Lyricist helps you find words that rhyme to enhance your creativity and put your songwriting and poetry writing way over the top. With Lyricist, I just select a rhyme pattern and start typing. Lyricist suggests words that rhyme to the selected pattern. I can just type the word, or I can click on one and have it typed in just the right place. Uh-oh, I want more lines in a different pattern. I'll click the pattern button, select another pattern, and Lyricist adapts to my creative needs. Need another stanza? Lyricist can do that too. It's really easy. Click to that other section. The rhyme pattern follows the previous section, but I can change that too. I can get really creative. That looks pretty good to me. When you're done creating, display your masterpiece and name the next big hit.
This right here is a spot done by the other youth. Hello everyone.
Good evening everyone. Welcome to Spring Hackathon 2017. We are team innovators and we have developed a parking reservation application named GoParking. So, this up. So basically we are using Weedstack to do the development, as given the time constraints, and collaboration is much easier when everything is JavaScript. So on the front end we have used AngularJS, Bootstrap and HTML5 for the development. On the server side we are using Express.js and Node.js, and for the database we are using MongoDB collections, and we have Google and Facebook all within our application. So the main features include, like we have two views in our application, which are map view and list view. So user can reserve a spot using any of the views, and we have an email notification which is sent to the user whenever a reservation is done, and user can even delete his parking reservations or even his account. So let us now walk through a demo. I'll just show you the video.
This right here is a homepage of our application where the user can type in any address, landmark, neighborhood or city where he wants to park his car. So suppose user is visiting the Empire State Building and is unsure where to park his car. By clicking on find parking, we show him all the nearest parking locations that are available right now around the Empire State Building. We basically show him in two views, like the map view and the list view. If the user knows the parking location name, he can directly click on the name and reserve his parking slot. Or if he is unsure where to park his car, he can use the map view to locate the nearest parking slot. And by clicking on reserve parking spot, we take him to the parking layout page where we show the reserved parking spots and the available parking spot. By clicking on available parking spot, user can give the desired date and time from when to when he wants to reserve the spot, and by entering the registration number, vehicle registration number, and clicking on reserve, a parking reservation has been done for the current user. And for suppose if a third person enters and tries to book a parking spot, we see that the previous parking spot done by the other user has been blocked, and we send an email confirmation with all the details, parking details to the user, like price, vehicle registration number and the status. And if the user wants to delete his reservation, he can visit the My Account page of our application where user can delete the reservation or his account. Thank you.
Validate
stakeholders, we have built an application NLP-powered appointment detection system. This is our architecture. We don't have the screenshots where we have taken while running on an Android application. Android mobile. This coming to the architecture, the sender first sends the message. Then you can imagine this as a texting or any chatting application. This message is being analyzed using a REST API called Intellector, and then the processed message is stored in the database, and then it is sent to the selected user. Now we'll look at the demo.
Log into the application. Then we have an option to enter the text and analyze. First we log into the application. Then we have an option to enter the text and analyze. The appointment is detected and highlighted as you can see here. This is done by Intellector NLP powered REST API. Now we'll send the message. We have an account tab where we can edit our information. Now we'll log out. Log in as Hashmi to view the message. Now we go to messages section and we can see the list of chats. We can access any chat. This is the message we just sent now. This is shall we meet on 4/23/2017. This is analyzed and highlighted. When we click on the message, we can view specific details like when, who, etc. This is our application. Thank you.
How the document is summarized. So when we upload a document in this UI, When we press the sentence button, it will split this whole document into the sentences. So we can see here there are 24 sentences in this document. So when we press stop word, it removes the stop word from each sentence. When we press unique word, it finds frequency of each word in the document. When we press ranking, it gives rank for each sentence in the document. You can see here 175, 80, these are the rank of each sentence. So when we press summary, it gives summary of a document. So the query of search engine only check in this summary, not the whole document. Thank you.
What should be the size of the document? Means like how many lines you can give accurate result.
It's not. It's size of the document which should not be considered because the input is given you a document. Then the summary has to be formed based on the size of the document. Means a large document may have more lines of summary. A small document will have less lines of document, less lines of summary.
Can we have the video, please?
Good. So when the user just scrolls to the event, he might find the comments that are very good, and he might, come to a conclusion that okay, this event is good. But then maybe the event is not so good. So for that, we've added the captcha, and then coming to our main event, we have 3 fields: what, when, and where. So you can specify what location you want it to be, and also based on the user's domain of interest, he can know what concerts or education based on that, and then he can go for the event. And also, if he wants to create a new event or host a special event, he can go for the database and he can enter the description, and then accordingly the event will be created, and based on the comments and the reviews, he can decide whether he wants to go to the event or not to go to the event. So basically, this is the gist of the application. Thank you. Any questions?
Can we have the last few Q&As?
Good evening, everyone. This is Steve Phillips, and we are presenting the event of this part of the year. This particular aspect is related with the new slide we have. So all these slides comes patient or the receptionist, it's the same dashboard where it will be given all the information on what exactly is pending in the particular EMR app, and user can go in as a receptionist, doctor, or any other role, and you can take the dashboard, click on the dashboard, and take all the information from that particular user and event, and then click on edit or modify or just check in the user. And that's what happens. We will move on to the video, which will show the doctor, which will be checking at each appointment and also checking the user and finishing the appointment once he's done with the prescribing medicines.
When the doctor logs in, this particular user has a time pin of 555. Both receptionist and nurse have already checked in. So doctor can go ahead, can see all the information of the user and the dictation he can write. Hello, how are you? So all those things are captured by a speech recognition. You can search for the medicine. Let's say Medlock T CAN, which is